In this video, I'm going to show you how to start making a pad in Ableton's operator. So the first thing that we want to do when we program Ableton's operator is we want to get started with using the checking out the algorithm. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually select a different algorithm. And in this algorithm, we're actually going to have two carriers, which is going to be oscillator A and oscillator C. And then two modulators, which will be oscillator B, this one here, and oscillator D, which you see right here. So right now, once you set that up, we are going to go over, we usually start with the carrier. Now, the thing you want to keep in mind about the carrier, the decision you want to make first is we're going to go ahead and we're going to choose a waveform. In this case, you can see it's set to sine. I could choose something else, though, technically. For example, I could choose saw waves, or I could choose squares, or even noise, which is kind of like that. So here's the square. Or what's kind of cool is I can even draw my own wave. Here, I'll set it to 64 bands, just kind of create something like that. Okay, but I'm going to start with a simple wave. I'm going to start with just a simple sine. Now, the second thing we're going to do is we are going to set up an ADSR envelope. So in this case, I just hit envelope, and then I can draw an ADSR, okay, which is the sound of a pad. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go to the second oscillator, oscillator B. Okay, so the secret with programming an FM synth is basically you want to give oscillator B, if we were to turn it up, it would sound like that. So it's more a complex sound, but what I want to do is I actually want to make the initial part complex. So that's going to give it kind of a percussive attack. And so by doing so, we're going to keep a sine wave, but I'm going to make the envelope percussive. So you can hear that it's complex right here and creating a kind of FM synthesis to make it, to actually make the envelope percussive on the onset. And so if I wanted less percussive, I can turn down the level here. Now, I can also kind of detune it a bit to make the initial harmonics less complex. And I could also use the chorus to kind of tune it. If I want the initial harmonic hit, like so. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to turn up oscillator C. So in oscillator C, just a really useful thing you can do here in operator is I can right-click on the envelope itself, and I can say copy from oscillator A. Now, the cool thing about that is it means that these two will have the exact same ADSR envelope. And I can go to the waveform, let's say, and I'm going to change it actually to a saw wave. So something a little more complex. And then... And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it a little out of tune. So that's going to give it a little bit of a chorus. And now, once again, I can go and give it a little bit of FM in this case, and I can once again just copy the envelope. This is now we're in oscillator D. I can copy the envelope from oscillator C. And so I'm giving it a little bit of a complex wave. Once again, I'm going to set it slightly out of tune. Maybe set it an octave up. Okay, so that's right there. I have a simple pad sound using 4 oscillators or operators, as we call them in operator, and FM synthesis.